Hello and welcome to another episode of Jimster586's Lock Shop. As you can see, we're in a little different locale today. We're down in Jimster586's basement. Simple enough basement, right? Okay, give you a quickie tour here. There. Washer and dryer, furnace, electrical boxes, and a workbench with a very low ceiling that I just hit my head on. So, what lock shop would be complete without key cutters? Here's a semi-automatic HPC key cutter, kind you'd find in a regular hardware store, not a Kmart or any junky place like that, but a real hardware store. An Ace, a True Value would have a machine like this. Or here's kind of a simpler machine. As you can see, the belt there, extra pieces and whatnot. But there's your depth cutter there. Sorry, my hand's jiggling a little bit. So what if we do a demonstration? Maybe we do a demonstration on each machine. How's that? What if we actually cut a key? Well, in order to do that, I have to run upstairs and grab a couple of things. But let's do that real quick. Let's make this work, huh? Shall we? Why not? I always find if you're going to cut keys, it does help to have keys to cut. Of course, I'm not going to cut all of those. I'm only going to cut a couple. So let's see what we're going to do here. Try to put the camera here on the tripod. Well, I find a couple of appropriate keys to cut. Now, I know Diesel Ducey wanted to see the key machines, so why don't we give him a show? What do you say to that? Let's cut a couple of different things here. We'll cut a Yale. And how about, just for Diesel Ducey, what if we cut... See if I can get the camera to focus here. What if we cut a Best? Just for Diesel Ducey. Why not? He's done some things for me. Let's cut one just for Diesel Ducey. I'm going to try and get this to work. No guarantees how well you're going to be able to see this. Whoa, sorry about that. Tried to knock the camera over. Maybe I might even do it on both machines. Wouldn't that be something different? Alright. Let's start with a plain old Yale. There's one Yale there. It says Yale there. Camera's not focusing real well. Camera doesn't want to focus down here. Kind of a tough spot. And here's a Yale that hasn't been cut. I don't know if it's showing up or not. I really can't quite tell. So we're going to try cutting these. I won't know till I'm done how this turns out. Oops. Helps to put the keys on the right side. We'll use the semi-automatic for this. Actually, I can probably do this one-handed. One thing always to do if you're going to cut keys is make sure you put on some eyewear, something to protect your eyes from the flying metal. Always a good safety feature. True when you do a lot of things in your basement, but especially when you're doing something like this with flying metal. So, I'm going to try and do... Oops. I'll try and do this where you can see. I gotta get it over top here. So you can see what's going on here. This is going to be my best job. Now let's see how that came out. Undo the grip here. Oops. That looks like that actually turned out pretty well. Like I said, I'm not used to cutting with a camera in my hand, so bear with me. I may have to break this up into 2 parts. Put you back on the tripod here. That actually came out pretty well. But before I do anything further, let's deburr the key. Or get those little kind of, jagged pieces of metal off of it. Again, the camera's not cooperating at all. Much better. Now, what should happen? Let me take this back off the tripod. There we go. Do that. Keys in the other hand here. Sorry for the jiggles. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Not the easiest thing out there. The way I always check keys, the camera just does not want to focus here, is make sure they're the same. It's always good. That's how they're supposed to look. And these actually look really good. Well, let's do that a little differently. Now this time I'm going to do, I need a little more coordination to do a bust. And Mr. Diesel Doocy, I'm doing this just for you. I just can't get the camera at the right angle here. And again, I'm probably going to have to break this up into 2 parts, so I'm just going to keep right on and recording and taking as much time as I need. So we have one best key, and we have a best knockoff blank. Technically, they're not supposed to have blanks for these particular types of best, but apparently they do. Right? Right. Okay. These are a wide key, so we'll set this wide. And check use my little fence here. I can tell this key is too far in. I need to set it against that. Looks level, looks level. That still looks a little off. Okay. Oops. Ah, it didn't hold. These are not the easiest things to copy, but it can be done. They don't sit in here real well either. Ugh, this is a pain in the butt. Oh, see, that's still not. This key needs to come back.